Hello and welcome to the Kano's Club. You're now entering the Kano's Club. Just to get through a little preliminaries. Firstly, feel free to visit thecanosclub.com, thecanosclub.com site. And you can see the recent article that I posted, which we'll be talking about Dark Triad, Apocalyptic End Time Cycles, Dragon, about the Dragon, Beast, and False Prophet. You see. We also have consultations, audio over the phone, and video consultations that you can book. I originally created this platform and this site for people to be able to put forth their prayers, their questions, and dream and vision interpretation, spiritual advice to give. And also we have the outer room forum for you. You'll be able to chat with other people like-minded. Yeah. So we'll use it. It was our Kingdom's Club first initial book, Kingdom and paperback. Check it out. Hold on. Let's get to the video. So, Dark Triad. Dark Triad. Heard that before. It consists of 3. It always does. When there's apocalyptic end times, there's always this Dark Triad that consists of the Red Dragon. It's also called the Serpent. This is archaic. It's ancient. Ever since the beginning. You have the Red Dragon, the ancient serpent. You have the Beast of the Sea, which is the Antichrist. And you have the False Prophet, which is the Beast of the Earth. You see. All these 3 work in unison, and these 3 bring about end time cycles. I liken it to a hot cauldron, which scripture also mentions and likens it to birth pains. So birth pains, as a woman in labor, it increases in intensity. So with the hot cauldron, as it heats up in intensity and cycles. You see. So there's been many times where throughout civilization and history, you have apocalyptic end time. At times, it may seem like it's the end of the world, but it's not. It's just that heat of the hot cauldron is being turned up, the intensity of it, and the labor pains happen at a much more frequent rate. You see, it's because we have this dragon, this beast of the sea, and the beast of the earth working in unison. It's this dark triad, this trifecta. You see. Now, we see this ushered in 2020, where this is a self-imposed darkness and deception. I liken this to the movie Matrix Revolutions, where you see Trinity and Neo flying up in the sky, and everything's dark. Seems like it's dim. Seems like the world is dark, but as they pierce past the cloudy layer, thick layer of clouds, above the thick layer of clouds is all sunshine and blue skies. So this is illusion of darkness, deception. Deception is illusion. And this deception was imposed upon the earth to create this and induce this apocalyptic end time cycle. And this is what the dragon did. The dragon is thrown down and he broods over the sea. From that sea, the Antichrist spirit, satanic Antichrist system emerges and rises. He conjures it up. You see. So we have this archaic battle between the woman seed and the serpent seed. And it's the same thing we're dealing with today. The dragon wants to corrupt the woman seed. You see on the way, as in the days of Noah, so shall be in the coming of the Son of Man, where God had to destroy the earth because majority of the humans had corrupted seed. They weren't fully human anymore, therefore they could not be saved. Same thing will happen in the end times where humans' genetic DNA will be corrupted. That's why the world will be destroyed again by fire to purify. There was a correlation between the impurity of the human DNA, impurity and the corruption of humans, and the 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 implosion of the earth, where the earth self destructs. It's a self uh, if it's a self correction. It's a mechanism. It's a self cleansing mechanism that the earth has. It's in correlation with humans because humans are like 70% water, 70-80% water. We are in connection in one with the earth, Gaia, as the earth is 70-80% water. How we are spiritually will reflect how the earth is spiritual. When Adam fell, you see, so did the earth fall. You see? So this is very important. But let's get to the dark triad, apocalyptic, and time cycle. Go through that real quickly. Okay. You want to go to this article that I have on the Canos Club website, and you can read through it. This is a video version of this article that I just posted. Subscribe to the blog, and you get email updates of every time I post an article. Okay. So first we have the dragon. Dragon starts it all up. This red dragon. And now today's timeline, this dragon can be likened to the Communist Chinese Party, Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. They are pulling on the strings. We have all these puppets throughout the world, different government bureaucracies, with the United States of America, with Joe Biden as a puppet, serving those that have the most money. And they have all these other puppets of different countries. Justin Trudeau of Canada, puppets of UK. The Prime Minister of UK, puppet. They have different puppets of different areas. India, he is also a puppet. For those that pay the most, these people may be blackmailed, these people may be bought out, these people may have ties, these people may have just want power. They just want power and money and willing to sell out the United States or whatever country they serve for them. So the dragon conjures up this Antichrist beast, this sea system. Now you understand where the scripture talks about the woman riding on the beast. Now the beast is the Antichrist. So this beast does not operate without that Babylonian system. The woman on the beast is the woman rides on the beast. Wherever you have the Antichrist works through the Babylonian governmental systems. These Babylonian systems usually are they usually persecute, enslave, and oppress their people. Scripture equates Babylon, Egypt, and Sodom as one and the same. They are all corrupt. So the woman running the beast, she works in tandem with the Antichrist. So when we talk about the Antichrist, we're also talking about the Antichrist system. We're also talking about a spirit, not just one man. There has been and will be one man. Scripture says many Antichrists has gone out, but it's a system because the woman rides on the beast. It takes 10 kings of men, the 10 horns to give and prop up the woman on the beast. 10. And these 10 hate the woman on the beast, hate this governmental system, but is given for such a time that the beast uses this governmental system all throughout the earth, from Canada, the United States, to India, to the UK. This is how the beast tentacles works throughout the entire earth. It's not just one man, it's a system. And now what is the how does the beast have this prominence? It uses the false prophet. The false prophet, the beast of the earth. Scripture talks about how the false prophet causes people to worship the beast of the sea, the Antichrist. Now, most prominent false prophet nowadays is the mainstream media dissemination machine. That is false prophet. Now, this false prophet conglomerate has its host of other people that work within it. False prophets like Bill Gates, DrFauci, organizations and companies like WHO, World Health Organization, and the CDC. These people dictating our future, saying what is and what shall be. You can't open your business. You can't open your church. You can't do this. You can't do that. True healing won't stop till this month. We may not see to be able to not wear masks till this year. Joe Biden dictating a dark winter. These are false prophets. These false prophets causes people to worship the Antichrist, worship the beast of the sea, the Antichrist system, Babylonian woman, a beast. You see? Now, what I'm going to get to is that the reason why we have these false prophets like Bill Gates and DrFauci is because these are demonic false prophets, the demonically anointed false prophets. They don't produce life, they produce death. Now, the reason why they stepped in, this relates to the old church or sutra. This relates to the left side of the tree of life, particularly the grade of judgment. The reason why we have these false prophets that have stepped in and given this power and authority is because the true God ordained false prophets, their voices have been silenced, whether by the church itself, or they have stepped down and allowed themselves to be silenced, allowed their mouths to be shut. So because of this, within that void, in that vacuum, it's allowed these false prophets to step in and dictate the future for the world. Now, I think there's been problem throughout before the pandemic, before 2020, that there were some key figures in Christendom, key figures in the prophetic sphere that were lynched. They were made a spectacle. Certain healing evangelists, certain prophetic voices were not treated with high esteem. So we threw them to the ground. We didn't listen to them. Instead, we'll listen to these false prophets, DrFauci and Bill Gates, when we could have listened to the prophets God sent. We'd rather accept Barabbas, not Jesus. Jesus said you would worship somebody that is not of you. But when they had the Messiah, they chose not to accept him. The same thing happens with true prophets of God sent to the church. They're rejected. And when they're rejected, then we have these false prophets that come. It caused darkness and deception and enslavement. This is the plight that we're in right now, this condition. The only way to fix this is that we have to start standing up and start speaking that prophetic voice once again. The main problem that we had is to that now is that people fear death. They fear death. That is not what Daniel had of old. That is not what the three Hebrew boys had of old. That is not what the early church had of old. Did not fear death. Too many people fear death, so they've silenced their mouths. They put a mask on their face. They give up. They subject themselves to Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci and other scientists, quote scientists, because they fear for their lives. This is the problem. The only way we can start taking back the power is we stop fearing death. There's no reason to fear. So, in a conclusion, this is the dark triad, apocalyptic end times that every throughout civilization, they go through apocalyptic end times. These are cycles. These are birth pains. This is a hot cauldron heating up. And it happens because of this dark triad of the red dragon, the beast of the sea, and the beast of the earth, the Antichrist system, and the false prophets. False prophet. And the Antichrist is Antichrist spirits. Many. It's a system. The false prophet is lying spirits. Many. Conglomerate, a host, a legion. Mainstream media dissemination machine. It has many tentacles. Many compartments to it. You see. It's very complex and intricate. The way it works in deception. It's very minute. Very intricate. Please visit thekingdomsclub.com, book a consultation, and we have a book here that you can check out free if you have Kindle Unlimited. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.